Welcome all to the round. Apologies, Michael, would you do the intro quickly?
Good evening, viewers. It's the fifth round of season 24 of EG Wolf RaceFace.Pro GT3 Championship. And we here at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium tonight after our race in Barcelona last week.
Laka Marco, nice to have you here in the commentary box again. Apologies, there's just a bit of a tongue twister there. But yeah, looking forward to the race around Spa here tonight. I mean, one of the most iconic circuits of racing history, hosting some of the best F1 races, as well as the Spa 24 hours each year, ranging through GT4, GT3s, F1 cars, hypercars. There's not any cars that can't race on this track, so that's a quite interesting one for these guys tonight to race in this historic track.
Could I just did a quick volume check on the stream? Seems okay. If anyone's on the chat, they can just advise. But it's still 0 viewers, and I can see on the side. Okay.
So Marco, with these guys fighting out last week, coming through here to Spa, I think it's going to be quite interesting to see some of these drivers try to outperform again with Ulrich Glen and Ulrich de Jager and these guys battling it out around here. But definitely one of the more trickier tracks on the calendar, I would say.
Yeah, definitely a very long track with very long straights, and then obviously our Rouge with the downforce requirement to move through there at full throttle. So it will be interesting to see which setups the guys went through, whether they want control through our Rouge or the one top end at the back of the Camel Straight. Definitely a nice and cool track tonight, so tire wear maybe not such a big issue. Engine performance would be optimum, and the wind is currently at 0 because it's very overcast, so no headwind down the Camel Straight. Guys are hitting very good speeds down the speed trap of 270 plus. I've seen in the practice session some of the guys did 277 kilometers an hour at the speed trap. At the moment the guys are running like 270, 273. It's top speed at the moment. So it's going to be an interesting race. It's going to be a technical one. I think lots of opportunity for overtakes on Spa. And then obviously the start of the race going through our Rouge side by side. We'll see if the guys are going to duck into single file through there, or there's going to be some guys with some extra testosterone try to do 2-a-side or 3-a-side.
No, definitely. You mentioned there the cooler track temperatures. I think guys are going to actually have a little bit of troubles with that tonight, getting the heat into those tires for that extra grip. Meaning the Spa you've got those lot of twisty corners and also straight, so you are going to be running a little bit of a lower downforce to obtain the maximum speed down the straights. You're actually going to need that heat in the tires just to give you that mechanical grip. So with the cooler weathers, I think they're going to struggle a little bit with the temperatures, but yeah, engine power is the best in these temperatures by far.
Good. And I think we can just quickly run through the current standings for the viewers, just to bring them up to date to where the guys are provisionally after Spa. In the gold class, in first place with 146 points, we've got Ulrich de Jager, and then Martin van Wyk on 120 points, and Sean Rudolph 119 points. Michael Berg in fourth place, Ulrich Koene in fifth, Jacobus van der Walt, Cabos in sixth, William Wentworth 7th, 8th is Jonathan Chislett, 9th Rick Thomas, 10th Niels Strubel. And then just quickly go to the silver class. In first place with Vic being absent last week. He's been frog leaped there by Leon Swan at 164 points. Vic Herbst second place. Then Jacques Kriel, Donovan Der, Michael Asenbroek, Roland Stein, Francois Heinz, Alvin Prim, Jason Randall, and Ryan Potgieter, rookie from Racing Stars.
Yeah, the battles are quite close there, Marco, especially in the gold class there with Martin van Wyk and Sean Rudolph close on the points. Martin jumping him from the last race in the standings coming here to Spa.
Yeah, the last race Martin had a okay finish at I think it was in 9th place and Rudolph was in 13th. So results consistently being a bit say volatile, whereas with the silver class we've had quite consistent performances of the top runners there, just with Mr. Roland Steyn coming through in first place last week. Sorry, it wasn't Roland Steyn, it was Jacques Kriel that came in first last week. So we'll see what changes after this race today. We are on our 5th round out of 8, so only 3 more races to go after this one. It will still be Bathurst or Mount Panorama next week. Then after that one will be Watkins Glen and then Kyalami for our final race in 4 weeks' time.
And I mean, with this race and 3 more to go, Marco, anything can happen. The first 4 races, this being the 5th, actually showed us so many jumps in positions. Guys finishing top 3 that weren't there the previous races. So I think it's going to be a big mix-up. A lot of action still to come. And a lot of drivers are going to be fighting it out until the end of at Kyalami, I believe. The last lap of Kyalami is going to be interesting because there's drivers that's going to be so close.
We've had some humdingers in Hungaroring and last week in Spain with Barcelona. So definitely the guys are putting everything in it for the full 80 minutes. It's not over until it's over, like you always say. So with 4 races still to go, we're only 50% done. Still everything to go for. And we already have Mr. Flow Square in the chat here saying volume is good. And then David Reitenbach saying Koopster, die is your baan. So we'll keep an eye out on Mr. Van der Walt, that number 777 Ford Mustang of his.
Yeah, currently
sitting in good laps in 3rd place.
Sitting in P3 at the moment. But at the moment we still have the battle here between Ulrich and Ulrich. So what a battle between these 2 youths, if you can say that.
Yeah, they're definitely making it difficult with that extra D they throw in there when they are next to each other. So Ulrich and Uldrich doing quite well with their first couple laps. See, they're doing 2:17s right now, Ulrich Körner and Ulrich de Jager, which is very good paced laps for the amateur class. Now the pro class can run up to 2:15s, but 2:17 is a mega lap, I think, for this class.
Oh, no, definitely. I mean, you have this long circuit ahead of you with some technical corners, high-speed corners, medium-speed corners, even low-speed corners. I mean, there's so much places that you can gain and lose time. For somebody to put in a 217 there, Marco, definitely some skill behind the wheel.
Okay. Mr. Flow Square is also here to support Wim van der Walt. So I think we'll have a full house from the Van der Walts again tonight. So
definitely.
On the chat.
The Van der Walt stream for them then.
Yeah, so we should make this a Van der Walt and the Jason Randall stream.
There we go, there we go.
Wonder where's our fish and chips. Maybe he hasn't closed the shop yet.
We can't have fish and chips now. We already ate. So I'm not hungry. Thanks, Mocha.
Good, so yeah, only 3 minutes to go and the guys already settling in. I think Martin said he's qualifying with full race fuel, so he'll definitely be working his way through the pack when the race starts. So he's only running in 12th at the moment. And Mr. Hasenbroek is doing quite well, running 9th overall at the moment as a silver class driver. Francois Heinz just behind him. Vic is down 15th overall. 5 places between him and Mr. Paynes for 3rd place in silver.
I think with 2 minute 20 seconds left, the guys really need to get out there now. But running a few laps, getting the heat into the tires, I think they're going to push in the last final quick laps quickly. and see where they can end up. I see Ulrich de Jager came up to P provisional pole now, just marginal at the moment, but Ulrich Quinn is still out on a lap, trying to push and
Jonathan
get
also
that pole
came in
back
with a very
position
quick.
back. Also
Just
good.
came in there very close.
Good to see him running here to the top again. Had a great start last week, but fell down the water a little bit there, and he had to battle here in the mid 5 to 6 places the whole race through. Hopefully Spa can do him a little better, but yeah, Sean Rudolph came through with a mega lap at the end there. Martin van Wyk still pushing in P5 now. Quiver still pushing currently in P6, but the times are real close here, Marco.
Yeah, I think we need to keep an eye on Mr. Velaythan. He was running 2:16s earlier in the practice. I see he hasn't put in a clean lap yet. So let's keep an eye out for him as well to come through.
I mean, our whole grid, all the way from P1 to P12 are within a second around here.
Yeah, top 3 split by less than a tenth of a second.
This is a interesting one.
I see Velaythan is just coming down to finish the middle sector, and he's in the last sector now. This is the only car that's still red on the track at the moment, which hasn't put in a clean lap yet.
Has a sticker on the front of that Mercedes that says Pitmaster, so and I hope it's for a good reason and not for too many incidents regarding the pit lane.
Velaythan has come through in 7th place. He parks his car next to the road. He still had another lap to do if he wanted to. So maybe he's happy with that top 10 start for the race.
Oh well, we still have Quivers on a lap, Martin van Wyk on a lap, and Jonathan Chislett still pushing on. See what they can do. Maybe to take away that pole position there from Ulrich de Jager, but what a mega lap on the 2:17.8 there. Actually need to go smaller, 8.25, because we've got 3 guys in 17.8.
Okay. Guy's done. So Jacobus is also still out doing a lap.
Yeah, he's wringing the neck of this Mustang at the moment. Mustang screaming down here in the final sector now. Coming down here to the end start finish line, not too far away now.
Unfortunately, he's 5 tenths up from his best lap. Martin is currently running.
Jacobus off track into the wall. Just lost the rear there and lost it out there, man. Unfortunate for him there.
Out of it already. So the only driver currently still improving is Martin van Wyk. It's about 1 tenth up. Everyone's going to be in the pits waiting for Van Wyk to finish his final lap here.
He lost a little bit of time there.
He lost it there. He's not going to improve, so he's parking
boards the lap there. Alright, so let's run through the starting grid quickly. What a great job here from Ulrich de Jager, Ulrich Quinn and Jonathan Chislett. First, second and third. They took a mega lap here running 17s. 4th place we've got Sean Rudolph. 5th place we've got Van Wyk. 6th we've got Van der Walt. 7th we've got Velaythan. In 8th place we've got Arnie Bosch. 9th Michael Berg. 10th Rick Thomas. 11th Michael Asenbroek. Great job from Asenbroek here, Marco. 12th we've got Vic Oberst. 13th Francois Heinz. 14th Donnie Steenkamp. 15th Roland Steyn. 16th Tyler Scott. 17th Rob van der Heuvel. 18th Francois Botha. 19th Caden Scott. 20th William Wentworth. Neil Struble in 21st. 22nd we've got Alwyn Prim. 23rd Donovan. 24th Robert Stolz. 25th Sean Berg. 26th Lucas Joubert. 27th Wally Negrini. 28th Jason Randall. 29th Rian Potgieter. 30th Ruan West. 31st we've got Wayne Ferrara. 32nd Leon Swan. Finishing the grid there for us. But a lot of close times here. It's actually any driver can take this win, Marco. I mean, with close times like this, anything is possible.
Yeah, 80 minutes to go, and it's going to be our rouge to start. So the drivers will hope to get a clean pass through our Rouge at the start so that they can put their heads down and focus on doing a good first stint before they apply their first mandatory pit stop. So it will be all to race for. I think even the first stint is going to be quite changeable compared to where the guys are at the moment.
Yeah, and with the Ulrich and Ulbrich in front, these two guys know how to battle it out. I think it's going to be a close one. But we've got a Rouge here in front of us. Not a very far run to Rouge at the moment, with the cars going to be bunching up there. Hopefully each driver can give the other one space. But after that, the top of the hill there can be quite difficult. The track limits and the track penalties that can come from there is also quite horrendous. So let's hope these drivers can keep it between the white lines.
Yeah, no, I'm quite excited for this race now. It's definitely going to be one for the books. Like the weather, nice and overcast, no wind, nice and cool track and ambient temperature. It'll be a good one.
Yeah, definitely,
So
and I think
focus on tire warming now on this formation lap.
The drivers have been preparing for this race, knowing that this is definitely one of the favorites on the calendar. I mean, one of the most raced, most loved, and hopefully the most fastest guys can be here tonight. Let's have a look what they can do.
Yeah, well, Dick Herbst in the silver class got his work cut out for him with Hasenbroek ahead of him, and then Leon Swan all the way at the bottom, starting from the back of the grid. And he's currently in first place on the championship and is starting from dead last. So he's going to be looking at working his way up through the field. Maybe it's a strategy from him to stay clean through the first lap.
Oh, well, I think Marco, we've got a bit of a situation here in the top, let's say top 8. Because we've got Dani Bosch, Valaitham and Jacobus van der Walt from Rapid Racing close to each other. They're going to be hunting down Sean Rudolph and Martin van Wyk, the SPR guys. And then they only have Jonathan Chislett in between, and then it's Ulrich Koene of Rapid Racing again. Let's see if these guys can actually work as a team tonight. If they work together, they might even come further up the grid.
Well, the front of the field currently dominated by the Rapid Recon Racing team. Let's see if they can put it to Griffin Racing for P1. We also have Toki in the chat saying, let's go Ula. So Ula must be one of the Ulrich or Uldrichs.
Sure, it must be Ulrich the Jager. Ulrich Koene, quite a difficult one. We'll call them Ula 1 and Ula 2 then.
Ula.
We'll go by the order tonight, otherwise we might get in trouble who's number 1 and who's number 2. We'll just say it's for tonight's P1 and P2.
Yeah, so it's Ula BMW and Ula Ford.
There we go, there we go.
Very long formation lap this. You can actually cover a full short race while this warm-up lap is continuing. Try to look at the corner names, but I've given up on the French pronunciation of these corners. Au Rouge we understand. The Camel Straight is quite simple, but some of these corners have got some tongue-twisting names there, Jacques. I don't know if you tried to memorize them.
No, Mark, unfortunately I only have a set limit on English airtime, so I can't waste it too much, otherwise I'll run out of broadcasting English and we'll have to switch over to Afrikaans. So no, unfortunately most of the corners around this track have some funny names, but I think in the near future we'll start to learn and know them and we can pronounce them a little bit better.
Okay, so Ula is the Jager, you were correct, John.
Like
we also have Shailen Williams here saying race ready to one podium, hashtag 777. That's another Koopster fan here on the chat, Koen van der Walt.
I'm sure Ulrich de Jager has big numbers of fans out there. Ulrich de Jager racing some F1 in his previous days, coming over to ACC. He's done some proper sim racing all over, from leagues, from F1 straight to the RaceFace and all those, so definitely having a few fans out there, I believe.
No, it's been around quite a long time since I've been in sim racing. I've seen Ulrich around. Definitely experienced. To compete in the top 10, yeah, you're definitely going to be an experienced racer. It's not light music, so to say.
Okay, Marco, as they start to bottle up here to come around these last two corners, coming to the... Oh no, they straight. Sorry, it's not there. They've got one more corner to go. Having a thingy of the F1 track. Yeah, while they're building up, I believe the tensions are already building. Sean Rudolph is going to like to get a jump there on Chestnut coming down to Rouge. Hopefully he can get it quicker on the throttle. But Martin is also hungry for this podium spot. He's been losing out for a few times now due to some bad luck around. But let's see how it goes tonight. Focusing on Ulrich de Jager. He's going to be the guy ahead. Hopefully he's going to hope for some carnage at the back so that he can pull away, but if there's no carnage he's going to be under some real pressure here tonight. So now we're waiting for the green flag, and we're waiting again, Marco. Coming
waiting.
Slowly down the hill.
Building up, and it's still building up. I'm going to move to the middle of the pack, yeah.
And it's green. Ulrich getting a good jump here. Him and Ulrich coming side to side. Up the hill. Ulrich de Jager has the inside line. Better traction there on the inside. A little bit more grip, but Ulrich Glen not backing out. Has a nice run on the outside here.
Contact here at the back for a couple of guys.
Mustang versus BMW coming down here to the corner. Who's going to break the latest? Ulrich de Jager sticking it here to the inside. Ulrich Glen is still fighting in the inside. What a battle they have here on the first lap on these cold tires. There, Ulrich de Jager.
That fell back 12 spots there. He lost it by himself, and now also Rick Thomas falling back. So two
Unfortunate
drivers
for those guys.
having incidents. Only 2 out of 32. That's not a bad stat, job.
No, not at all.
Got someone in the chat asking who's driving the Sarko livery.
The Sarko livery is driven by Mr. I believe Caden Scott. Caden Scott is our Sarko driver here.
Oh, so Tyler Scott is Sarko as well?
Yes, yes. Sarko Racing.
All the Scots.
There's a few fast guys coming there from Sarko.
Okay, so it's Tyler running the Sarko livery, Cadence running the Crazy Rabbits race. He just had an incident as well.
Oh yeah, Caden Scott only has a Sarko sticker on the front of that car of his. William Wentworth having a bit of a track limit there as well. We've got Sean Rudolph off track here. Sean Rudolph is off track. Not sure what happened there to him. Getting his car out of the road there. I think with the cold weather, the guys were struggling on this first few laps, not getting the heat into those tires. If the temps are not there, the grip won't be there. So they're a little bit tricky.
And your bear also making contact. Quite messy at the back.
Oof, we've got William Wentworth here as well, pushing Francois Haynes a little bit wide off track there. These guys are definitely giving it their all tonight. Now they're going in side by side, coming through Rouge. It's a bit close. But now we've got Struble and all these guys bunching up on the back of them as well. Struble looking to take the position. Ooh, we've got big contact at the back of them. Between Alwyn Priel and Volin Negrini. Just as they came down to the straight there was light contact and they just both lost control over those cars. Big accident happening on the main straight, on the back straight there. Only a few minutes in already and we have a lot of action out on track. I mean, we've got battles in front, battles in the mid pack, a lot of contact happening. Unfortunate for all the contact, but a lot of guys just picking up a lot of positions due to this as well. For Lytham also came, and Dolly Bosch for Lytham and Jacobus van der Walt all sitting here together. If they plan this nicely, they can use the slip from each other to actually start to catch the guys ahead. not to battle it too much out. We're going to lose more time, but I would suggest they actually work as a team here, Marco.
Yeah, it seems like that Mercedes of Leitham is dialed in for this track, and his pace definitely seems to be just a bit better than Van der Walt at the moment. So maybe some team orders coming through to let him through, and then maybe Van der Walt can sit on his tail going to chase, because the gap in front of Van der Walt now is 2.2 seconds to Van Wyk. Maybe give Leitham that gap so he can pass there. They're doing the pass now. Now it will be the Mercedes chasing down at Godzilla, the Datsun of Martin van Wyk. Bit messy, but they've done the switch around.
Yeah, Ulrich Quinner is still pushing real hard here to catch Ulrich de Jager. The gap staying about 0.5 of a second, and then just let about 0.8 behind, and Martin van Wyk 0.9 back. So these battles are quite close. All dependent if the Godzilla has a little bit of more extra power to get to the back of Chislet, because the slipstream effect down the straight here can definitely play a big role.
Ooh, contact Leitham. Leitham's
Between
run extremely wide out of our Rouge and almost took the car coming out of the pits out. So that was a close call. He's fallen back quite significantly now, down to P10 now.
Donny Steenkamp now taking the position away from Leitham. Looks like he's got some damage on the front of that Mercedes of his. Did he hit the wall?
Seemed like he hit the wall on the right hand side.
Bad luck for him there, man. Martin pumping in the fastest lap of the race so far with 18.4. So he's pushing hard to get to the back of Chislet, close the gap down to 0.6. So he's definitely down hunting that podium tonight harder than ever.
And Martin's done a better lap than he did in quali. So his race fuel strategy working out well in the race here. See, Leitham is going to fall back, way back to the field. It's currently cruising on the grass, mowing the lawns here in Belgium. I think he's got some maybe damage on that front axle.
Real bad luck for him again tonight here around Spa. Last week had a very good race. This week he has a bit of a bad one.
Not a great start. There is 73 minutes of racing left. So if he can pull those 216s that he didn't practice, he can definitely work his way back. But he's losing a lot of time now. He's still completing the middle sector. Only started the middle sector now. Hey. Martin putting the pressure on Jonathan Chislet now into turn 1.
He's real close. Came up in real close to that car real quickly. I mean, he dropped that almost a whole second in that one lap on him. Now he's in the slip, but that dirty air coming through your Rouge can push you a little bit wide off your line. Hopefully he can keep it safe. He does. Now he needs to use that slipstream, see if he can make a dive here.
Wayne Ferreira doing the first 217 on track, working his way back to the front from the back. 217.98. Ulrich Quinner is just comfortably sitting in that 7/10 gap to Ulrich de Jager. By just putting in the pace, see if they can pull a gap on Chislet.
A lot of gaps around the track already with the this track can also form some big gaps quickly, but as soon as the gaps start to narrow down, you actually get a lot of good racing as well. We've got Donny Steenkamp coming to Michael Berg here as well. Mustang versus Bentley. So let's see what the Mustang can do and how the Bentley can defend.
Bentley being quite a big car will make that Bentley even wider, and it is.
And put a driver like Michael Berg in a Bentley and it's going to be even more difficult to pass. So, and Donny Steenkamp definitely has his work cut out for him here.
Well, these two were racing quite closely in the first race, and it was completely wet at Silverstone. so they definitely have some history of some muscle memory to fall back on racing against each other. So let's see if Donnie has learned anything at Silverstone that he can apply at Spa.
Not going for the late braking move down here. Quite a tricky braking zone, that Marco. As soon as you come down with that high speed, you need to get on the brakes, but real hard. The car gets quite twitchy underneath you. It gets quite difficult to get it slowed down there.
Yeah, and the tyre markings on the track takes a couple laps to build up, so you can see exactly where the tyre markings are for the other cars, where the braking zone starts.
Yeah, we've got Donnie Bosch coming down through the first corner there, a little bit wide, touching the grass. I almost opened the door there for Michael Asenbroek to cut through. Totally cutting a rouge completely there with those dirty tyres not cleaned up after he went off track there.
I think the track warnings will start counting up. The guys will have to keep that under control to avoid the drive-through or stop-go penalty.
Martin van Beek also trying to still chase down Chestnut here, but not getting it big enough in Chestnut's mirror to actually start to push him a little bit offline. But yeah, Chestnut defending quite well now. They didn't need to make a defensive move yet, but I'm sure Martin is going to be close the next lap. Maybe he's going to try to go for the move then.
Martin's lap time is falling into the 2:19s now, being stuck here behind Jonathan Chestnut. And Mr. Ferreira putting in a 17.5. So Wayne Ferreira at the back definitely putting in some of that pace. He made up another position as we speak. Schoenberg, Michael's brother.
Donnie Bosch having a bit of a tough race here. Had another moment here, lost the position to Michael Asenbroek here. Now he's got Michael Berg and Donnie Steenkamp close by. Looks like he's starting to struggle with that BMW. I don't know if there's any technical issues might be on that car, or something's wrong. But definitely not the BMW that we saw in the start of the race here.
He's also taking quite a bit of back wheel traction, spinning out of the corners as he accelerates. So definitely maybe just switch up the TC one level more.
Let's hope there's no damage on that car, otherwise it's going to be quite a disappointment for him tonight. Still staying out, but definitely something not 100% there, but maybe he just needs to get his groove a little bit back, because now
I think he might have just underestimated the pressure he'll feel in the race. So when you practice, you usually go as low on the traction control as you're comfortable with to make up as much acceleration time as you can out of the corners. But when you're in the race and you have pressure on you, then your throttle foot becomes a bit more aggressive than maybe while you were practicing. So maybe he just has to settle in. He's pulling that gap now because Michael had that inside bump to the wall on corner one. So maybe he'll get comfortable now that he sees there's a bit of gap.
Well, Ulrich de Jager pulled up the 2-second gap so far. Quite happy, comfortable where he's sitting at the moment. Ulrich Koene tried to battle it out, but it just couldn't get past that BMW at the start, and now he needs to get his rhythm a little bit back, maybe save some tires and fuel and go and catch Ulrich de Jager a little bit later in the race.
Ulrich de Jager putting in some good pace. He's flirting with the 217s. He's at 18.1 on the last lap and 18.1 on the previous lap as well. Wayne only losing 4/10 fighting with stalls on the previous lap. He's doing 18.0s at the moment.
Donnie Steenkamp just made the pass there on Michael Berg. Sweet overtake there. Michael Berg just left open the door and Donnie Steenkamp said, "Thank you, I'll come in and go through. Thank you very much." Now he's going to try to push away from that Bentley and try to hunt down Donnie Bosch. So let's have a look at him a little bit later in the race then. Apologies, Marco, you wanted to say something there.
Yeah, I saw Jason Randall just going off track. falling to the back of the field at the moment. So our star driver, Star Rukia, is currently running at the back of the field in his Lexus.
As a rookie driver and your first season out here, it's good to just get the track time in. Marco, positions gain, wins, all that type of stuff are just extras. But to be a very good pro sim racer, or an experienced sim racer, we all know the best thing to do is have a lot of track time and seat time and all that, just to improve and get your racing skills up. So, well for him.
Now developing the racecraft with real drivers is completely different to developing your racecraft against the AI and single player. So definitely a whole different world that opened up for Jason Randall this season specifically. So he'll be developing that racecraft against other human beings, and this platform of ACC being very stable, very technically correct. It's quite sad that support for this platform has been stopped. I think they announced it this week. So everyone's going on to the AC Evo development team.
I mean, it's a very good chance for everybody to actually go out and enjoy some high racing rather than just
the one thing that iRacing does best in simulation is simulating the real cost of racing. I think it just has a high entry level cost to it, and that's why platforms like ACC, that's more achievable to achieve in numbers, is so popular.
I mean, so anybody out there that actually wants to be a real motorsport simulator, cost-wise, go iRacing, you'll be happy.
Yeah, I see everyone's been quite disappointed this week on the launch of Project Motor Racing. I think there's still some development to be done, so we may be another 6 to 18 months away before we'll be streaming races on Project Motor Racing.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I think it's a tough one to work on these sim racing titles in these days, because you've got so much contenders out there, and you need to make your unique sim stand out from the next. And I think that's what makes it quite difficult. I mean, you need to focus on your physics, your force feedback feel, as well as your sound of the cars are important, but just the overall feel of the game, how it should handle like a real car. So I think it's quite tough, and I think the guys out there still need to find the sweet spot. I think ACC, iRacing, those are two of the sims that I think already hit the sweet spot there. So all the other guys must just work themselves up there and actually develop a better sim for everybody. But yeah, hopefully they can get their game sorted. Okay.
Yeah, well, it definitely has taken leaps in technology over the last 3 years. Now talking about full crossplay on Project Motor Racing, that's why it's probably that difficult to get right. It would be a new world when we have full crossplay on a proper racing simulator, so we can have the console and PC guys all on the same lobby, in a stable lobby. That would just be leap years ahead from where we were.
I mean, there's a lot of guys out there as well that's very, very fast on the console side, and they don't get a chance to race in some of these leagues like we're watching tonight. So it would be great to get all these guys together and actually find the best of the best.
Yeah, I see Toki also saying he spent 15 minutes in PMR last night and he had his eye hope crushed. Sorry about that, Toki. I'm sure PMR will catch up. I don't believe the guys spent they're 99% there. It's finicky, small technological integration issues that needs to be worked on. And I think they've got the track laser measuring and all those things right. They've got the right track combinations with the right car classes. So there is still a hope in that field, I believe. But ACC all it's like staple food for the simulator racing world. Saw the interview with Gabriel Bortoletto and Max Verstappen last week as well, where they confirmed that they use ACC as the best physics. They do some tweaking on mods with guys that modify the back end of the game. But ACC as a base is definitely very, very solid.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's going to be an interesting future, and I hope that Project Motor Racing get their game sorted. Because I was also looking out to it, but I think I'm going to keep a pause on it until I get some better reviews from my side.
Yeah.
While we were
I think
chatting
while
on,
we're at it, we should
no, go
go
ahead.
for it.
I said while we were going on, yeah, Vic Herbst had that bit of a moment off track here. Lost the position there to Wentworth and Roland Steyn. So now he needs to fight his way back up there. Back to you, you can go on with your story there, Marco.
Oh, no, well, Herbst still has Ferrara on his tail now on that Lexus. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Ferrara has been moving up the field quite quickly. How many positions has he gained? Let's double check here on my race control. 18 positions gained. So Ferrara will be a tough, oh, Velathem's next to the track stationary as well. Another bad incident for Velathem.
Not a great one for him tonight. But let's wait. Hope Wayne Ferrara can get his pit stops in order. I hope he got his pit crew sorted for tonight. Last week also had amazing fast pace, but his pit stops just didn't do him great.
I think that's the only thing he had to practice this week. His pitting.
Had a bit of a big off track moment there, trying to chase down Big Herbst here. Caught up to the back of him real quickly.
Good. Mr. Toki is saying he loves LMU as well, though. So yeah, I think LMU is also something we didn't talk about. But we need to thank our sponsors, obviously, EG Volve, Virtual Motorheads, Rhino Utility, Team SPR, for making all of this possible. And also, obviously, equipment from Simulator Cave being quite instrumental to this sport of ours. So we do have streaming on LMU as well. With RaceFace.Pro.
Yeah,
so guys on Wednesday night, so please go out and support that as well. Toki, I'm sure you're driving in LMU on the RaceFace, right?
No, I hope we can see all our viewers next Tuesday night for the finale of the iRacing Championship, GT3 Championship, running Watkins, Glen. Going to be a mega race. Also have a lot of drivers there, real close in the standings. Myself is fighting for P3 there with the Drivers' Championship in Pro. So hopefully it's going to be a great one. So hopefully to see all the virtual spectators there as well.
What car are you driving there, Jacques?
The GT3 Mustang Marco.
Okay, nice. And this is quite a close battle here with Ferrara, Wentworth, Steyn and Scott.
Just focusing on them now. Roland Steyn coming real close to Tyler Scott. Aston Martin showing some real decent pace here down the straight. We've got Tyler Scott running a little bit wide there. Came back as quick as he could. Keep Steyn behind at least.
He braked a bit late into that first chicane after the Camel Straight.
Sure, but when Ferrara going for a move on the outside here. Is he going to stick it around the outside? What a move there from him.
Now he's got the inside, so well done to him there.
Yeah, but Wentworth not making it
contact. Bit of rubbing. Oh, full rubbing.
What a save there. What close. That was real close racing between these guys. I think there wasn't a millimeter left there.
They've dropped quite a bit back now. And that's the thing about battling. You lose general pace when you're in a battle. So you want to get those battles done. Mr. Ferrara handing back that position there to Wentworth. Good sportsmanship shown here. He's going to have to go at it again. At least for Roland, he doesn't have. Apologies.
No problem. We can go ahead and mock it. Roland Steyn is trying to push here to catch Tyler Scott. Wayne Ferrara going around Wentworth again, coming down. Wayne Ferrara definitely coming up quickly now. On his 10 comes said he had enough. He's going in for his first pit stop as well. Carlos Ulrich Corner also going in for his first pit stop now.
Mr. Toki giving a shout out to Gert from Simulator Cave, saying Gert is boss. So any other viewers that looking for some proper sim equipment, you can look up Simulator Cave. Got some of the best setups and some very good advice as well. Similar services to EG Evolve, our main sponsor. Definitely places to dial up for if you're thinking about entering the sim racing market.
I see we've got Martin van Wyk ahead of John just there. Van Wyk was behind before Rouge. When they came through Rouge, Martin was ahead. Not sure what happened there.
Where's Gwen gone to?
Ulrich Glen popped into the pits now, said he had enough as well.
Sometimes a good call to pop into the pits, just get yourself centered again, as like battling for 80 minutes is not ideal. Like Mr. Top says here, in racing there is rubbing and rubbing is racing. That's definitely what happened there with Wayne Ferreira and William Wentworth. But Wayne Ferreira now's got some clean air to catch up to the back of Roland Stein. We want to do quick work of Roland. Roland obviously currently running in silver position for the silver class.
A lot of rubbing causes fire. Fire is not always good. So, no, but it's true. Rubbing is racing. I believe a few gentle bumps and everything is not the end of the world. I mean, some of these drivers really battle it out, and the track is only that wide. So, sometime you're going to be getting some type of contact. But yeah,
the pit crews don't stock duct tape for nothing.
No, unfortunately not. They need to duct tape a bumper, they need to do it. But yeah, it all depends if let's take an example. ACC is way better in that respect. If anything like that happened to us in iRacing with a broken wing or bumper, they give us a mid-ball flag and we need to pop into the pits there. So I must give it to ACC. The rules and stewards are a lot kinder, I would say.
Yeah, I think certain factors that apply in real life does not apply in the virtual world. Driving with some loose bodywork is very dangerous in real life, but no real danger here in the sim world, other than maybe giving some punctures.
Roland Stein took the position away from Tyler Scott to get the pressure off him from Wayne Ferreira, but now Wayne Ferreira is going to chase down Tyler Scott, having a mega run of overspeed. Yeah, and he's in the slip and he dives to the inside. He might get this position move off here.
He's got to brake a bit later there.
The brakes so late, he's already onto the back of Roland Stein as well. So what a mega dive there.
I love those gold rims on Ferreira's Lexus. That would be my rim color of choice as well.
Some type of American style golden rim. I think the only place a golden rim will ever look good, Marco, is on that WRC or WRX Subaru, the rally cars.
Oh yeah.
I don't agree with golden rims on any car, except that one.
I'm from the East End, bro. We put gold on anything. Gold chains and gold rims, that's all for you. But that was a good pass by Ferreira. Top recommending Ferreira on that pass that he made there. He's already on the back of Roland Stein here. Going to see another good pass very soon.
Mr. Stubel all the way up into P12 already. I think he's way up the grid, yeah.
Yeah, he put his game. That's a very solid first stint from Stubel. So fastest in the speed trap is Mr. Ferreira at the moment. So he's coming through Eau Rouge, not lifting at all.
Keeping it flat through there.
Going for the dive into the last chicane. Oh,
overshoots it a bit there.
Couldn't make it. He'll probably hand back that position. He does. Very good sportsmanship from Mr. Ferreira. I hope his pit crew does well tonight. He's already pitted once for damage, and he's already back up in 8th place. He spent a whole 1 minute and 31 seconds in the pit already, being in 8th place. That's excellent drive from him.
But I wonder if he pitted for, why does he still show he didn't do a pit stop?
He didn't do fuel, I think he just repaired damage.
Let's hope that Pitbull doesn't do the same mistake tonight, otherwise he's going to be furious. But yeah, there he goes for the dive on the inside of that Roland Stein there.
And Hasenbroek, which is running in first place, has just got a drive-through penalty. So Hasenbroek would be falling back behind Roland Stein and Wayne Ferreira. Roland fighting for that position with everything in him, because this is for position. He's not just giving it to Ferreira. He's trying to keep it. It's going to be tough to keep that for another 50 minutes.
I think it's going to be hard if he wants to fight this to the end. But yeah, he's going to give it his all while he still can. These guys don't see the time, they don't feel the time. They just don't count anything down, they just go for it until somebody finally tells them, hey, you must stop now, so let them push and race and let's see where they can get out.
Pedal to the middle until the fireworks come out.
Yes, they wait for the fireworks to shoot. Hasenbroek is going to be gutted for that one, having had a great race up until now. And that drive-through is definitely going to put him way down the order, because this is definitely one of the longest pit lanes of the calendar they're racing this season, making it very, very hard to get that drive-through. You're going to lose a lot of time and a lot of positions.
Jonathan made a pass on Martin in the pit lane.
No, Martin just went into the pits, yeah, just stayed out.
Okay. See if he's changing tires or not. He said before the race he feels he can do the race without a tire stop. He does lose about a second a lap on the last stint.
Scott Roland Stein also went in there into the pit lane now, at least wait for Ferreira to take out his anger as he approaches the reach now. With that Lexus, with the, did you see the pink bow ties on the front of the bonnet?
Well, he's got 8 seconds gap now as is released to Michael Berg. So let's see if he's shrinking that gap. He's still putting in quite fast laps.
So Wentworth also trying to hunt down Taylor Scott here. Makes a little bit of a look to the right hand side there just to tell him to come here. But yeah, Taylor Scott didn't bother at all and just went on his normal line. Didn't go defensive, so Wentworth is definitely need to work for this position to take it away from Scott there.
I see Hasenbroek went in the pit, but he's stationary now, so he didn't serve his drive-through yet. Oh, he has, but he went to stop in his box, even though he's serving his drive-through. Maybe not focusing on the MFD there. Doc is saying the racing is very tidy. Yeah, we need to commend these guys. It's not easy on Spa to keep it as tidy as it's been. We've had minimal incidents in respect to what the alternative could have been. So definitely good racecraft shown here by this amateur class on the RaceFace.Pro ACC GT3 Championship.
Amateur in this league is only a word, because these drivers have some great racing techniques. Coming down from Pro-Am, silver, gold, it doesn't matter where they race, they always race clean and hard. So yeah, that's quite interesting to see them and hear that the guys actually giving the comments there, saying that they're seeing some clean racing, and I think that's what RaceFace promotes the best. So thanks a lot there.
Yeah, Toki said that LMU was quite a mess last night, so says it was not that great in terms of cleanliness, so maybe just a bad track on condition, or a bad combination of track and race cars.
Yeah, and I think sometimes the championships really get a lot of heated moments as well. I mean, especially when the points get close, the drivers try to push a little bit over the limit and a little bit too hard, and that can also cause, that's where the rubbing gets into fire part marker. So That's why I say that it can be quite interesting. I did not follow the LMU race, but definitely going to be checking it out a little bit later to see how it went.
So Ulrich Koene did a 6-second splash and dash. Martin was in the pit stationary for 17 seconds and has come out quite significantly behind Ulrich Koene.
We've got a lot of gaps on track now. Nobody in a close battle at the moment. I think it's going to be a little bit offset now until the drivers actually do all their pit stops. By the looks of it, I think we've got one battle down into P24 here. We've P24 and P25. Alwyn Prim busy battling it out with Francois getting the inside lane and taking away the position. Francois tried to fight back a little bit there, but yeah, Alwyn Prim just closed the door there for him. He couldn't get any gap to come in again.
Yeah, that McLaren of Alvin's definitely another good candidate for gold rims job.
I think it's got a lot of gold on it already, Moke. I like the black wheels with the livery there.
Very nicely done.
Because you also drive golden cars, Moke, if I'm correct. That's why you like the color that much.
Black and gold is a good combination. Black, gold and grey. It's the three colors I like.
I like a nice black, white and red. Those three are my favorite.
Mr. Toki saying just might have been one of those evenings last night for the LMU guys. Says it was quite serious rubbing amongst the hypercars. I haven't driven the hypercars on LMU, so I don't know. It's obviously something that's much faster. Oh, contact with Alvin Prim and Francois Buerta. Francois just missing his brake mark and running into the back of Mr. Prim there.
Hopefully not too much damage on the cars there.
Yeah, he's handing back the position, so he'll battle it out again. But as I wanted...
go ahead, Maka.
I just wanted to say that with the hypercars, your reaction times have to be significantly quicker than on the GT3s. So your proneness for incidents in that class is definitely much higher compared to the GT3s.
Yeah, and the thing is, with a multi-class racing event, also quite difficult. I mean, you've got the hypercars and your GT3 cars, you've got hypercars closing in real quick. Your GT3 drivers are fighting for position, but as well as that, multi-class are the hypercar as well. So to get that traffic issue sorted out cleanly, that's always one of the hardest parts. Especially in some of these multi-class endurance races as well. You get a lot of drivers out there that don't fully understand the whole blue flag situation. So I think it also comes down to a little bit more skill and track time at the end of the day, trying to learn how the multi-class works, how the blue flags work, and when it's safe to let the car come by, when the car should not come by. So there's a lot of rules and stuff that you need to follow when it gets regards to LMU multi-class racing there.
Yeah, I think multi-class works better on endurance racing. It's not that, say, real world applicable when you do short sprint races like the length of races we do. So I wouldn't suggest or promote to do a multi-class race in the sprint format. It is unfortunate too big a pace difference between the cars.
Especially on a sprint, I would agree on.
I see Toki is with you on the gold rims, Jock, saying enough with gold rims now. But on that note, I think you have to jump to Wayne Ferreira. He's up in third position now. He's closed that gap to Michael Berg down to 3.4 seconds, which was at 8.1, 8.2 seconds when he was released earlier. So definitely putting in some massive pace with the golden rims on his Lexus.
Just having a look here as well as Jonathan Chislett pops into the pits now. Want to see where he comes out to Martin van Wyk. As these two were battling it out just before he went into the pits, but Martin coming through the tight right and left hander here. I think he's going to definitely take the position back from Jonathan. But Jonathan already took a short pit stop and on his way out.
It's going to come down to the wire here.
One's going to have a lot of speed, the other one not. So let's see.
Oh, he's way behind Martin on this one. He's not going to make it. Jonathan just heading into the braking zone of first chicane now.
Ah, Martin van Wyk still behind Jonathan Chestnut. So that's a very good
gap.
stint from Chestnut there. Martin was ahead of him when he went into the pits and now he's behind.
Yeah, Martin definitely lost some pace on that last lap before he went, but I think he had some traffic that he battled with. And he fell back behind Ulrich, massive gap, and it's exactly in the middle of that gap that Jonathan has come out now.
Yeah, and I think when you're running alone on track, you're not pushing as hard as when you're following or trying to overtake. So I think that also plays a big role, the mindset of it, being alone and chasing. So
yeah, I think someone should just get out of the commentary box and go down to the pit crew. Wayne Ferreira, make sure they do everything right. He's just ducked into the pits for his first mandatory stop. Let's see if everything is done technically correct so that counts towards his mandatory pit stops.
Will holding from there. We've got a battle here between Hasenbroek and
We're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
Yeah, Potgieter just lost the position there to Hasenbroek with a great overtake now. Tried to fight it out a little bit, just not enough. But yeah.
Rian Potgieter also being a rookie this season with Racing Snell, so still hasn't earned his colours. So he's still running in the all-white livery and the big red rookie on the door. So he still has to prove his worth to get his Racing Snell colours.
Yeah, Donovan also having a quiet race here tonight. P21. No car close to him there, no car far close to the back of him. So unfortunate for the Alan Hall driver here.
It's going to be interesting to see where Wayne comes out of the pit now. It's going to be Martin van Wyk passing him just now. He's doing a long stop, Ulrich. I think he's changing tyres. It's about half race distance, a good time to change tyres. So he's going for the tyre change. Martin did not. So let's see how that works out in the end.
Wayne Ferreira, the pit crew, finally got something right today, tonight. Counting their first pit stop.
Well, he's comfortably leading the silver class now. He's quite way up the road. Almost a minute to Roland Stein.
Ulrich de Jager off-road had a big moment here. Ulrich de Jager lost
the
it.
first chicane. Didn't make any contact with the wall.
He's got some scratches on the front of that BMW. Hopefully there's not a lot of damage there. And meaning that he took his first pit stop now. That puts Martin van Wyk and Jonathan Chestnut ahead of him. That puts Jonathan Chestnut at provisional P1 and Martin van Wyk at provisional P2 at the moment.
A big moment for Ulrich there. It's 42 minutes into the race, so concentration. This is a long track to memorize. It's not like you're doing short laps. It is over 2 minutes, close to 2:20, and it's a lot of corners to memorize. So slight slip of concentration can give you a big moment, as it is a fast-paced track with hard braking zones after long straights.
Yeah, but I must say, Spa, if it starts to flow, it flows properly. You just need to find your rhythm with the left and the right, and the left and the right, and then it just goes. So yeah, I think a lot of drivers that put in the seat time is going to enjoy it tonight, but those that didn't is not going to enjoy it that much.
But when it flows, you can also very quickly get off pace here because it's such a long lap with a lot of technical correctness that you have to apply to be quick. So if you fall into a little bit of a brain fog for a couple laps, you're way off pace in a short span of time.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Especially if you lose a little bit of focus, and with the flow of the corners, if you mess up the first corner, you messed up the next three as well. So that's oof, but a big drift here from Struble. what a drift there from him. What a great catch, I must actually say. So definitely the off-out they know.
Yeah, what Neil doing very well to be up in P11 with his first pit stop completed, so he had a mega first stint.
We've got
definitely,
just that diving into the pits to get his pit stops completed.
He'll be the first front runner. Well, Ulrich has also completed his second stop. Ulrich Koene.
That's why he's so far down the order still.
Toppy just throwing hundreds of crying faces here for that incident with Ulrich de Jager. Ula.
Unfortunately there for Ulrich de Jager. Guy was had a great gap to the front there, but we never throw him out of the mix. Ulrich de Jager showed some great pace in the last few races, even spinning out, even hitting the wall, and he came back to fight for the podium positions.
Yes. So Top is saying, yeah, he's done quite a fair amount of multi-class dailies on LMU, and he finds that staying on the racing line and not focusing on his mirrors keeps him out of trouble.
That's a very good pointer. I'll definitely keep that one in mind.
It's difficult to do that with the blue flags waving all around.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, Spa
also
is
saying
also...
his crew chief. His crew chief is named Jeff, and he usually screws up his pit stops.
I fired Jeff ages ago already. He never could do anything right.
Toki employed him without calling for a reference.
I should have given me a call, Toki. I could have told you it wasn't a good idea. So that puts Michael Berg into the pits. Martin van Wyk coming around the corner, first corner now. He's going to go into provisional P1 now. It still needs to make a longer stop. Michael Berg.
Ulrich unfortunately also fell into the traffic of Caden Scott now. He's not making that pass quick enough.
Yeah, that's a very big high speed, straight line high speed, so that's quite difficult for him to get past on the straights. And through the corners, so there's no space to get by, so he needs to get past there, otherwise he's going to lose more time to the guys ahead.
Michael Berg coming out of the pit at the moment in P. This is now P3, just behind Ulrich. Not a bad race from Michael Berg at the moment. Ulrich having massive contact with Caden Scott there.
Oh, bad luck. Oh, no. Sometimes Marco, I wish some of the blue flags were waved bigger. Quite unfortunate for him there.
Caden not adhering to a blue flag for quite a number of sectors there on Ulrich de Jager. Sure they'll have something to say about that after the race. But Wayne Freire has come through to pick up the man se brood, se onion se brood.
So Godzilla having a smile tonight, currently provisional P1, but Michael Berg didn't do a bad job there. Still in P2 now. Cobus van der Walt, he's on the podium spot at the moment as stands, but we mustn't throw away Ulrich Koene. He's got both his stops, he got that sorted early in the race, and he's going to be trying to push as close as possible when these guys do their long stop to see if he can get back up there to that podium spot.
Well, he's way more than a minute behind Martin. So Martin having a comfortable run in the front at the moment. Michael 20 seconds behind him. So Ulrich Koene can maybe still come out ahead of Van der Walt. And Berg, Van der Walt just making the pass there, Michael Berg, and ducking into the pit straight away. Michael following him.
They want to get that pit stop done and dusted. Martin van Wyk should also do that now to see if he can stop the undercut there, but he's got a comfortable lead at the moment. But he needs to play this clever.
Toki also voicing his frustration against that incident on Caden Scott with Ulrich de Jager.
Caden Scott again racing out to Ulrich de Jager, coming down to Rouge. This time lets him by.
It's a bit late now, the damage has been done. It's unfortunate incidents on the blue flag. It's still something that's difficult to get right with a big field like this. Even with a long track like this, the blue flag still come into contention.
Try to go for the inside move there. Definitely having a very racing vibe here from Scott. But yeah, sometimes it's a bitter pill to take down if you know you're going to be lapped. So sometimes you just need to accept defeat, go back, regroup, speak to the team, improve the car, come back fighting the next one.
Yeah, Sean Rudolph is now behind Mr. Scott there. Let's see if he can make that pass done in the quick pace. He is running fourth where he started the race. So Rudolph having a very stable and constant race tonight.
Oh well, now we've got Wayne Ferrara that put his sights on Van Wyk there. So he's going to try to close down that 28-second gap, I think it was, to Van Wyk.
26.5 at the moment.
But yeah, it all depends on the pit stops. I know Ferrara already took his longer pit stop, and Martin didn't.
I don't think Martin is going to do a long one as he goes per the discussions before the race. So it will be an interesting one with that pace on that Lexus or Ferrara. Goldrum's definitely bringing the pace tonight. Mr. Toki, I think in respect to these type of incidents, we do have a very unbiased and clear stewarding system in place on our championships across all the platforms. So penalties do get handed out where the stewards deem it necessary and relevant. So it does settle out over the season that's 8 races long. It's just unfortunate if the same driver is victim week after week with different perpetrators. And Ulrich running the pace he's running makes him more susceptible to having incidents with back markers, as he'll be lapping more. He'll have more opportunity for incidents to occur than guys that's maybe not lapping other drivers as much.
I think sometimes it gets quite difficult out there. Like you mentioned, Ulrich, with his pace that he has, he's going to be facing a lot of back markers. But yeah, that's where sometimes the stewards need to step in. Oh, got a spinner at the back there. Lost it down that corner.
69.
Francois just got to
he's been having a difficult race as well. He hasn't had the cleanest of races, unfortunately, losing it by himself a couple times. I haven't seen what happened in that specific incident. Also a stop go penalty for Francois Haynes. 30-second stop go, just cleared it.
We've got Ulrich Quinner in P8 trying to catch Robert Stolz in P7. Gaining quite quickly on that.
Racing Snell's rookie also overshot the braking marker into the final chicane, losing a couple positions there to Donovan and Francois Haynes. Just on track positions, not for overall position, luckily.
Quite a little interesting battle here between 8 and 7. Ulrich Quinner trying to make a move. Oof. Yeah, just made it. He's going to dive there to the inside. Robert Stolz had a bit of a fright there. And Ulrich Quinner said, thank you. I didn't mean to scare you off track, but thanks for the position of take.
Mr. Toki is saying thank you for the commentary and he has to run off. Thank you for the support there, Mr. Toki, in your comments. We appreciate it. Enjoy your run. I don't know if you're going to do a 5k or 10k run now, but all the best.
Okay, Sean Rudolph going into the pits now to finish his last pit stop. Danny Bosch going past Martin van Wyk also into pit lane, so let's see where Martin van Wyk comes out to the guys behind. Ferrara definitely going to go pass him on track now. also passed. Donnie Porsche is also passed. Tyler Scott is passed. Martin van Wyk going out. Pit lane now. So when they come out to Ulrich corner, they're going to be well ahead of Ulrich
30
corner
seconds.
here.
Quite a comfortable lead at the moment for Martin.
He definitely came out of Ulrich corner. Has a lot of speed gaining behind him. And there's going to be a battle between them at the end.
Martin only doing another splash and dash on that stop. So he's sticking to the no tire change strategy for tonight. Let's see if that plays out in his favor. If Ferreira comes into his pit stop with his good pace, see if he's closed that gap. It was at about 24 seconds when Martin went into pit.
Yeah, well, he still needs to make up another pit stop. Him, the Arthur, Bosch and Tyler Scott. So at the moment, Martin van Wyk is still running at provisional P1 here. I think after a lot of bad races he had as well, this will be a well-deserved win if he can bring it home tonight. But we've seen how these races have been decided and changed in the last lap, last corner. So yeah, it's not over until it's over.
Yeah, Martin only has a 2-second gap to Ulrich corner at the moment. And, I think Ulrich has fresher tyres because Ulrich did a tyre stop on his last pit. So Martin with that pace or tyre wear disadvantage would definitely be a lot to ask of him to keep that gap, stay ahead of.
We got
already
racing
walking it down.
snails. Francois Haynes going for a dive to the inside. Unfortunately, with a big bump there to Donovan on the side, but took the position away there from Donovan. A lot of big gaps between the guys out on track here. Ulrich corner onto the back of Martin van Wyk here, 0.5 seconds now. He's going to be putting Martin under some big pressure here. Let's focus on this battle a little bit. Marco going to jump on the rear wing a little bit as well as the onboard here, so the sound might be a little bit loud for us.
I don't think Martin will fight this too hard. He will take more out of his tyres than what he will gain.
Martin making a very good defensive moves there. Ulrich corner taking an interesting line through that corner. A little bit of rubbing there. Oof, contact between the two. Hopefully not too much damage there for the GTR. Martin van
Martin's
Wyk.
waiting to give the position back. That will bring Mr. Wayne Ferreira right into the front running of this race.
Unfortunate contact from those two there. Ulrich corner, Jonathan Chestnut coming past now as well. Quite hard to decide who was at fault there.
That will be after race review.
And,
Ferreira just jumped into the pit. I think that incident will let him come out comfortably ahead of these two. Ulrich's got some clean air in front of him.
They're only in the middle sector now, and Wayne Ferreira is in the pits. Already, is he coming in for his pit stop now?
He's just going around the last corner to go to the main pit lane. I'm sure he's only going to do a splash and dash. It's not going to be stationary for long.
Commentators, Chris. As soon as we did focus on the battle, there was the incident. There's Wayne Ferreira. Wayne Ferreira still in pit lane. Martin van Wyk. Wayne Ferreira still in pit lane. Martin van coming around the first corner now. Still into the first lane when Ferrara. And Martin is going to take the position away from him now. Martin, if you keep this together, he might still be provisional P1.
Wayne the tires in that stop. So Wayne will have Ulrich Corner and Martin van Wyk ahead of him.
How about
He comes out.
the speed that Wayne Ferrara is driving? I would think he would take new tires. I mean, he really takes everything out of it. Well, that puts him behind Ulrich Corner and Martin van Wyk, and they're all on the same pit stop, so. Oh. But Ulrich,
Michael Berg also making the pass there. So we'll be chasing down Michael Berg first. He's got quite a bit of traffic between him and Michael now.
Sure, Rudolph also chasing down William Wentworth here. Gap is almost there, it's almost 0.4 now. So catching quite quickly. See how hard of a fight Wentworth puts up. I'm sure Rudolph knows some good intimidating skills in that big Mustang. Hopefully he can deploy them and get the position. Lucas Joubert and Francois Heinz, they were battling it out. Francois Heinz taking away the position from Lucas Joubert there. But now we've got Ferrara also in the traffic between all these guys here at the back.
I'm just trying to play the replay on the contact between Martin and Ulrich. They're not leaving each other a lot of space. Ulrich was ahead, Martin fishtailed him there.
Fortunate from those two there. We'll see what happens with Ulrich when catches up to the back of Martin van Wyk. It's real close again now. Within the 0.2 seconds. 1.1 is the gap at the moment, I think.
Oh, 0.8 live timing.
Now these guys are going out for round 2. Let's focus on these guys and see how they can battle it out again. Wondering if Martin is going to try to make it as hard as the previous time.
There's 7 points in it on the championship table at the moment between these two. Martin is down with 20 points and Ulrich Corner on 113. So all to fight for. But I do suspect there might be some after the race Stewart into this battle. Stewart will have the final say.
Both of them are going to be called to the stewards room to explain themselves on that one. But we'll see how what the outcome is. Always unfortunate if points and position are decided by penalties and stuff. But that's unfortunately rules are rules. And the
That's part of racing.
Yeah, the drivers always try to bend the rules as far as they can, but sometimes, unfortunately, it needs to go against him.
I see the chat's quite quiet since Umtoki went for his run there. Anyone else still alive and awake in the
Ulrich Corner with a great move here to the inside of Martin van Wyk. Made the dummy thought of going to the outside, then pops to the inside. Didn't give Martin van Wyk a lot of time there to think and defend, so what a great move from him there. But Martin not giving up, he's coming back with the fight. Trying to go around the outside, comes back for the switchback. Is he going to be quicker on the power? Nope, gets a bit of a slide on the back of that GTR of his. Now he needs to follow closely through the roofs coming down to the back straight see if he can take the slip and gain the advantage to get back to that position from Quina. But I don't believe so. I think Quina has it in the bag and he's going to try to pull away now.
I think Quina definitely having the tyre advantage to Martin in this last 16 minutes to go.
I think if Van Dijk can still be on the podium, I think it's going to be a payoff for him. He's going to be more than happy with it. Because like I said, the last few races he's been struggling. So I think a podium position would be great for him tonight.
The gap to Ulrich de Jager is just over a minute and 10 seconds at the moment. And average pit loss times, let's double check here.
It's about
way over a minute and a half. It's a minute and a half, even a minute and 50. So I think these two are, that was the battle for the win between Martin and Ulrich.
Now we've got Daniel Bosch going into pit lane now, get his stop soft out of the way. Tyler Scott staying out still. But still staying out. There we've got Tyler Scott. And we've got Tyler Scott is one of the soccer cars, as well as Robert Stills. Let's come back to the soccer topic there.
Oh, soccer specific league, Jock?
Yeah, soccer racing also. I'm not sure if they run anymore, but I know they used to run some ACC racing, league racing and all.
PC or console?
PC. Wayne Ferrara quite far behind Martin van Dijk in there, but battling out with Michael Berg. Michael Berg not making it as easy as the previous drivers that Ferrara had to fight. I think he met his match here. These guys are battling it out.
Ferrara showing some excellent racecraft, ducking in right behind Michael in the braking zone, and then taking the shorter line on the corner. Now he's got the inside on Rouge first, and he's taking the pass now Rouge. Oh, but running wide there.
Not
Let's
much.
see
Michael
a stop
Berg
go coming out. No stop goes.
He got away with it. He probably millimeters away from a stop
and they had they're still battling. And they had Van der Walt coming out of the pit lane there, right into the thick of that battle. So Jacobus having a very good race as well.
I think that was Donny Bosch that came out into the battle there.
Oh, was it Donny Bosch?
Donny Bosch, Jacobus sitting in P10 with a little bit of a trip there.
I just saw the green Mustang and I thought okay, those Van der Walt.
Jacobus having a drifter around Spa now because they're having some drift moves there, but he's chasing down Donny Stinkop in P9 at the moment.
Ferrara's got 13 minutes to chase down Martin as well. It's not for a position, but it's for pride, as they are in different classes. Wayne showing the silver class how it's starting tonight, affecting his pit stops. He did them last week. I think he's done a magnificent drive tonight.
Ulrich Quina is getting smaller and smaller in the windscreen of Van Dijk there. So he is having a mega drive tonight. Hopefully the stewards can work out the incidents properly between these two guys, because I think they both looking for the best possible points tonight that they can fight.
For sure.
Martin van Dijk will definitely extend his lead to Sean Rudolph as well. Currently P13, chasing down P12 from the earth. But yeah, closing quite quickly. Sean Rudolph at the moment. Mr. Struble, while we are talking and forgetting a little bit about him on track, he's sneaking up a position, their position up at P16 now. Trying to catch the guys ahead, but he's got a big gap ahead and a very big gap behind. So, I think
good battle just, here between Van Heever and Rudolph. Van Heever's Ferrari looking very good in that black and gold Griffin Racing livery.
Oh, here we go with the gold again.
That's just by coincidence. I wouldn't say I'm biased to the gold.
Shown.
I'll just say that I'm right. Rudolph also running a golden stripe across the top of that Ford.
And that made that Mustang very, very fast because we got that position not even in the braking zone. I feel way before the braking zone already. He got that position, giving a little bit of a wave there. Thank you to Van der Heever there. I don't think they're running the same class there, are they?
Oh, they are.
Are they both in gold?
Yes, it's Roland Steinerhead. Roland Steinerhead, that's in silver.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I see that Van der Heever going to make it very hard for Sean Rudolph. I think Van der Heever just said, no, this guy's definitely quicker. Let him go. Yeah, leave me to it. I'm in my own race. I'm in my own battles in the championship. Go get your guy that you are hunting down. So sometimes the drivers do need to make smart decisions also to help out their own race and championship.
Yes, for sure. I see Dani Steenkamps on the back of Jacobus van der Walt. Mustang on Mustang.
I think Jacobus got that done on Dani Steenkamp while we were focusing on the back there of Sean Rudolph.
I think Rudolph might have had an incident earlier because he was running comfortably in net P4 before his last pit stop. And he was in that battle with the blue flag back marker. So we'll hear after the race what happened there.
He had a big
he's
spin.
Done well too.
He had a big spin on those high-speed sections in the final sector, and he lost it all by himself, unfortunately.
Okay.
As far as I saw, it was all by himself. Not sure if there was any contact, but yeah, I only saw the Mustang off-road, and he had to wait for the whole field to come past before he could join safely.
So there's a 1 minute 10-second gap now between Ulrich Kone and Ulrich de Jager. Ulrich will struggle to come out ahead of Ulrich when he completes his final pit stop. Only 8 minutes to go.
Roland Stein currently our closest battle out on track with Dani Steenkamp. Aston Martin versus Ford Power, so let's see how this goes on and who gets the better points out of these two.
Keep an eye on Wayne Ferreira. He's closing that gap on Martin quite rapidly. He closed it in the last 5 minutes with 6 seconds. He was 12 seconds and he's now down to 5. Just in this lap he's taken out a second. So he's definitely got the smell of the overall podium. That front grille of the Lexus.
He's got 7.5 minutes about left to go and catch up and make not taking the tyre changes, definitely biting him a little bit now because there's a few guys with fresher tyres that was definitely hunting him down and making him sweat a little bit there.
But Wayne also did the fastest lap on the last go around, 2:16.5, which is 4 seconds a lap faster than Martin Ulrich's pace at the moment.
Sure.
So there's a massive position gain here potentially for Ferreira. I think he's still on for the win. If I look at that 3 to 4 second per lap gap to Martin and then to Ulrich.
It's going to be a mega job for him because where did he start?
Well, he started in 32nd place, started at the back, so he's 28 places up currently. He had a damage repair stop for 1.5 minutes, so he should have been 1.5 minutes up the road already, which would have been 20 seconds ahead of Ulrich de Jager. So definitely performing way out of his class here. Definitely a driver of the day. It's only his second race that I've seen him here on the season 24. So definitely a driver to look at to move up to the pro class in the next season.
Oh, no, definitely. I think he's going to be skipping Gold and Pro-Am, or maybe be a Pro-Am driver next season.
Most definitely.
Having strong pace here. But yeah, that's where they all are made and born, build themselves up in the ranks.
Van Stenkamp fell back quite a bit from Jacobus, which he was chasing earlier. Jacobus now all over the back of the Bentley. You can go to that battle.
Having a look at this battle already here, Marco. Jacobus getting in here, trying to get another position up. They told us Jacobus is one of his favorites, definitely showing it. Very consistent lap times he's putting in here.
While Michael is running in the position where Jacobus started this race, so Jacobus will definitely want to take that back. What's the gap to Donny Bosch? He's got Michael. It's only another second.
Yeah, these guys are quite close out on track at the moment.
Oh, Ferrara tucking to the pits again. What
Why
for?
would Ferrara go into the pits again? Oh, don't tell me they've got some technical difficulties out of that car tonight. That's going to be a real punch in the gut
I think
for
he
him.
might have misjudged his fuel.
Having a little bit.
He was up to catch Martin there very comfortably, and then he would have been right in the back of Ulrich Koerner. He was running 4 seconds a lap faster than their current pace. So that's a race win overall for Wayne that's gone down the drain there. I think maybe Jeff's brother Yoki did his fuel. Even the Biden contention for Silverstone. Shortly.
But Jacobus that took the position there from Michael Berg now. Now he's on the back of Donny Bosch almost.
I think Wayne will slot into third position behind Vic Herbst for the silver class. Schoenberg still being far behind. He's only coming into the final sector now.
Oh no, what happened, Marco? We've got Ulrich de Jager went into pit lane, got his pit stop done and dusted out in P1 again, and Ulrich went a second, Martin van Beek third.
How did he manage that? 1 minute 20 pit stop.
And he only stationary for 6 seconds.
Oh, but obviously the pit entry to the pit exit is a long time on track. So you need to take those seconds in account and deduct that from the time in pit. That's what I did not do on the initial calculation. Because where you enter the pit on the last chicane to where you exit at the end of Eau Rouge, that's probably another 20 seconds. So you only lose 1 minute in the pit lane. So he would now technically have a 10-second gap to Martin.
Nice.
No, it's 7 seconds. Okay.
7, yeah. But
Interesting.
what a drive from him. I mean, he had 2 big incidents there and came out and still in P1. Oh well,
Wayne stationary in the pit for very long, and Sean made that pass. So he's off the podium for the silver class. Silver class is Roland Stein, then Vic Herbst and Sean Berg. Where's Donovan Lowe? He's in 6th place on the silver class. So he's gonna potentially still catch up on Wayne. Wayne is still stationary. Maybe
Rubbish from the
having
vault,
some
taking away the
issues with
position
his-
there from Donny Bosch. I think Donny Bosch made it a bit easier. I think there was a bit of team orders in play here. Rubbish coming around Donny Bosch there.
Very good race by Jacobus, irrespective if that pass was given to him.
No, I think maybe he just took it away as well. You never know, that pace he showed you tonight is mega. I mean, he's all the way up into P4 at the moment. Just one away, one spot away from the podium there. But yeah, with a minute and 13 seconds left, anything is possible, anything can happen. So let's hope for the best, but we hope there's nothing worse that's going to be happening at the end, maybe.
Roland Stein currently leading the silver classes all over the back of the Bentley for Michael Berg for overall 6th position. And he's got Jacques Rudolph right on his tail. That's
Sean
also chasing
Rudolph.
down Michael.
I think it's Sean Rudolph and Jacques is not driving tonight.
That's Sean Rudolph. I'm saying Jacques Rudolph. I'm telling you to focus on
the
Rudolph.
final lap now. Give it all you can.
Great.
I used to work with a guy named Jacques Rudolph, so every time I see this name Rudolph, I think of Jacques.
Oh, we've got a big battle here for the 3 positions and the leaders on the final lap as well now. What a late lunge there from Roland Stein, putting Michael Berg out of position there, giving Sean Rudolph maybe a bit of a chance, but Michael Berg just making the corner as wide as possible, and Sean had to take a wide line there.
Roland didn't have to battle that. He's quite comfortable ahead of Vic Ernst.
I know, why risk it? Yeah, you'd be one in class, why risk everything just for one more extra move?
Sean will definitely be pulling that ears on that Mustang now. See if he can make a pass on Michael. Very close to track limits there now, Rouge. He's got mega pace on this Camel Straight.
Yeah, but Michael making a bit of a few moves there, making it difficult for Sean Rudolph, not making it easy.
There's another long straight coming at the end of the 2nd sector.
Unless Sean tries to go for that late lunge in these mid corners.
Seems like he's got ample pace.
Michael Berg with a cheeky move, slowing the car down there on the apex there. On this battle, because this is for position for 6. Sean not wanting to lose more points to Van Beek in the championship. He's going to be giving it all. Looks to the inside, maybe? No, still closes.
Just stay close and wait for that back straight.
Just want to focus here. Just want to have a look where Ulrich the Archer is. Sean Rudolph really close here at the moment. Ulrich the Archer coming over the finish line. What a mega race there for him. Ulrich Quinner coming in 2nd. Just want to focus here if Sean maybe goes for a late move here. Is he going to be close enough to go for the lunge?
Running very wide there.
A little bit late on the brakes.
Michael taking it too late, cutting the corner. He'll have to end the position for Sean. A very good race there, all the way to the end.
Sure.
Unfortunately, Michael just not braking at the right spot on that final chicane. Yo, what a race, Jacques.
No, that was an interesting one out there, Marco. You mind running through the order for us quickly?
Just quickly jump to replay so I can go to the final results. Save the replay. And go to the results page. Good. Okay, so our final order. Ulrich having a magnificent drive, recovering from more than one incident, still winning the race by a 4-second gap to Ulrich Quinner. In 2nd place, Martin van Wyk in 3rd, Jacobus van der Walt in 4th place, Dani Bosch 5th, Sean Rudolph 6th, Michael Berg 7th, losing out to Sean Rudolph in the last chicane. Roland Stein coming home in a comfortable 1st position for the silver class and overall 8th. Then we've got Rob van der Heever, William Wentworth, Barry Steenkamp, Taylor Scott. And then our second place position was silver class is Vic Harrison, overall 13th. Niels Strubel having a recovery drive to P14, which is overall P12 for gold class. Ryan Stolz behind him in 15th. Sean Berg, Negrini, Heinz, Hubert, Caden Scott, Prim, Donovan Leher, 22nd, Michael Hasenbroek, 23rd. We had high hopes for him in the beginning of the race. Franco Bota, 24th, Juan Ferreira finishing in 25th after running a magnificent race and taking a late pit stop for fuel, as I would suspect, putting him back. He started the race in the back of the field. And then now rookie from Racing Snells, Potgieter, 20. Now I've lost the connection to the server.
Oh yeah, me too, unfortunately there. But yeah, all the results will be up there on RaceFace.Pro and on the SimGrid, so everybody can go and have a look there. But I think it was an amazing one. They've got it.
Found them again. So yeah, Potgieter was 27th, Jason Randall 28th, Leon Swan, it was leading the championship, finished on P29. West Irwin on 30th, Jonathan Chislett in 31st place. He was running well in front for the first stint or two on the race, and then Jeremiah Latham unfortunately finished in the race at the back after that Mercedes not giving him a good time tonight yet, Spa.
No, fortunate for a few guys out there, a lot of rubbing out there tonight, but also a lot of good racing, a lot of good overtakes. I think it was an awesome one out there again, Marco. But I must say thank you there to all our sponsors, our virtual fans out there, everybody that supports our streams. And thanks to my co-commentator, Marco. Thanks a lot, and hope you guys have a great evening. Anything there from you, Marco?
Comments here, comments here. So HPFZA, that must be Wayne Ferreira, who said he didn't want to interfere with any championship points, so he parked it. GG gents. Okay, good Wayne, we would have loved to see you finish off that race in first place. You put in some mega pace. It's been lovely to watch you in that Lexus with your bull rims. And then Alchemy is saying, yeah, it's not Michael braking late, it's the guy running into the back of him. I think that incident will then be reviewed after the race by the stewards, so they'll have the final say.
Oh, definitely. I think there's going to be a few guys that are going up there to the stewards room tonight. But yeah, that's up to them, and all the results will come out. Everybody is going to be close looking at the SimGrid page and the Discord to have a look if they got the penalties and where the penalties are applied, especially with the champion points being that close.
No, for sure. Thank you, Jock. It's been excellent. Thank you for your time. It's been a lovely race to watch. Hats off to the drivers. They did excellent tonight here on Spa. A couple of incidents, obviously, to be reviewed after the race, but overall, very nice race to watch.
No, all good. Thanks to you, Marco, for joining me, and have a good night.